A new house for Mouse. One day, a little mouse looked out of the tiny hole where she lived and she saw a huge apple.
"Goodness me," said Little Mouse. "I would love that apple to eat. I must bring it inside."
But although she tried and tried, she couldn't pull the apple through the tiny hole.
"My little house is too small," said Little Mouse. "Perhaps I should look for a bigger one."
So off she went.
"Looking for a new house makes you really hungry,"
said Little Mouse, as she took a few bites of the juicy apple. Then she spotted a hole that was bigger than hers.
"This looks just right."
She peered inside.
"Hello, Mole," she said. "I need a bigger house for me and my apple. Can I live here with you?"
Oh, I'm sorry, mumbled Mole, but my home is too full of books and I don't think there's enough room for both of us.
"Oh, perhaps not," said Little Mouse. "I'll keep looking."
So off she went. As she wandered, Little Mouse felt hungry.
"I'll just have a little nibble,"
she said to herself. Then she spotted a hole that was a little bigger than Mole's.
"That will be perfect,"
she said, and she peered inside.
"Hello, Rabbit," she said. "I'm looking for a bigger house for me and my apple. Can I live here with you?" "Oh, I'm sorry," twittered Rabbit, "but my home is too full of cabbages and I don't think there's enough room for both of us." "Oh, maybe not," said Little Mouse,
and off she went. She set off again, but soon she was hungry, so she nibbled on the apple as she went. Then she spotted another hole that was a little bigger than Rabbit's.
"This will be just right,"
she said, and peered inside.
"Hello, Badger," she said. "I'm looking for a bigger house for me and my apple. Can I come and live with you?"
"Oh, I'm sorry," barked Badger, "but I stretch out my legs on my cushions all day, snoring a lot, and I don't think there's room for both of us."
"Oh, perhaps not," said Little Mouse,
feeling rather weary and still hungry. That evening she came across an enormous hole. "This must be big enough for me and my apple," she thought.
"Hello, hello, is anybody there?" she shouted.
"Hello, Little Mouse," growled a huge bear. "Why don't you come in here and live with me?"
No thank you," squeaked Little Mouse. "I think this cave is a bit too small for you, me and my apple."
And off she ran. Little Mouse was tired now, but pulling the apple seemed so much easier. Suddenly she saw a tiny hole.
"Oh, that looks perfect," she squeaked. "I wonder who lives in here."
She peered inside. There was no one at home. Little Mouse went right in and pulled her apple behind her. It fitted perfectly.
"I knew I'd find somewhere just right for me and my apple," she said,
and she climbed into her own bed and fell fast asleep. The end.